G'day, my name's Thomas Snare. I'm a dairy farmer from northwest Tasmania. My topic was the large-scale calf rearing for dairy beef and the application of lean management in agriculture. First, I'd like to thank Dairy Australia for their investment in me. My employer, the Tasmanian Institute of Agriculture, for allowing me to take time to participate in this program, and to Nuffield Australia for giving me this life-changing opportunity. My personal study was divided into two trips. First, I travelled to New Zealand and then on to Japan for a lean management tour of Toyota. The second leg involved travelling through the UK, Ireland, Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, France and the United States. The Australian dairy herd consists of 1.74 million cows, each of which must calve once a year to produce milk. 50% of the calves are female and can be used for replacements for the herd or expansion. 50% of the calves are male, for which there are presently limited markets other than for slaughter at 5 days of age. Globally, dairy beef contributes significantly to total beef production, 20% in the US, 50% in the UK. The opportunity exists to value add to this co-product of milk production to produce a quality product which has a much lower environmental footprint in comparison to conventional beef production. One of the barriers to development of the dairy beef in Australia is calf rearing. The first 12 weeks period through to weaning represents 33% or a third of the cost of production of a dairy beef animal. My study looked at how this period was managed in large-scale calf rearing units and attempted to link this to the principles of lean management. Lean management was developed by Toyota in Japan and is essentially about productivity improvement. It comprises a set of tools and theory which are used to create a work environment that systematically exposes and corrects problems. The result is continual incremental improvement. Lean management has been applied with great effect to manufacturing worldwide. My aim is to look at how lean can be applied to agriculture as opposed to the controlled environment of the manufacturing plant. Given that dairy beef in Australia is currently underdeveloped, lean represents a good framework for its growth. Lean management is about maximising customer value while minimising waste. Waste is any process that does not add value to the product, basically anything your customer is not paying for. It is important for you and your team to learn to see waste, what it looks like and where it exists and might be hiding in your business. Toyota have identified 7 wastes which they work to eliminate on a daily basis. They are motion, waiting, transport, excess processing, overproduction, defects and inventory. To this list I've added underutilised employee potential. For the purpose of this presentation, I'll focus on motion and underutilised employee potential. Motion waste occurs when people are forced to search for tools, materials and information required to do their work. Searching chews up time and is frustrating. Cleaning, organising and standardising workspaces makes performing tasks more efficient and also frees up people's minds to focus on the task at hand. It is important for everyone on your team to understand what is important for the sustainability and profitability of your business. Visual management boards provide a simple way to communicate this information and provide real-time feedback on what is going wrong and what is growing well and what requires improvement. They also provide the opportunity for team members to have input into the way work is done, improving the way work is done. Dairy beef can be divided into animals bred from pure dairy genetics and those crossed with beef genetics. In the countries that I've visited, dairy animals bred from pure dairy genetics were predominantly used for bull beef and veal production. Bull beef was generally either a 15-month bull finished on a high concentrate ration from which prime cuts and processing beef was taken, or a 24-plus month bull finished for the grinding beef market. Veal can be divided into either white or pink. White veal is fed on milk its entire life, along with a controlled ration of straw and concentrate, and finished at 7 months to a carcass of 150 kilos. Pink veal is reared and weaned conventionally and then fed a high starch ration through to finishing at 7 months. Beef genetics, through the use of AI or terminal size, can be used to improve the carcass quality from low genetic merit cows. These animals were typically used as bull beef or finished as prime steers or heifers. I've chosen 3 large-scale rearing businesses to demonstrate a lean approach to dairy beef production. Firstly, Blade, part of the ABP group, runs a fully integrated dairy beef rearing and finishing business with the UK operations rearing 25,000 calves per year. These animals were predominantly beef cross and produced for branded supermarket and food service supply programs. Vandray Group in the Netherlands is the largest veal producer in Europe, processing 1.2 million head per year. The stock are predominantly Friesian and are finished at around 7 months to 150 kilo carcass as either white or pink veal. James and Jonathan Lambright run a heifer and dairy beef rearing business in Shipshewana, Indiana. The business involves 100 subcontracted rearers within an Amish community. Everything is operated off-grid with limited technology and no government subsidies. They would not talk about stock numbers, but conservative estimates would be 25,000 plus head reared per year. While these businesses were obviously very different, the management was very similar. All 3 businesses utilised smaller scale contract rearers and controlled the key inputs in the rearing phase, including calf quality, animal health, milk and meal. Control over the key inputs means that performance of each of the calf rearing units could easily be monitored and waste exposed and addressed. Contract rearers are paid on a per head per day basis, with premiums paid based on performance and calf comfort. Ownership of the calves was retained by the business, or in the case of the Lambrights, by the dairy farm owner. What can be standardised in these businesses is, while maintaining some flexibility to fit production to existing infrastructure. Here's my conclusions. Firstly, create stability where you can. Stability can be created through organisation of the work environment and standardisation of repetitive tasks. Through stabilising work environments and processes, a benchmark is set from which improvements can be made and measured. Focus on quality and the elimination of waste. Yamashita Sensei from Toyota said, "The business is built on trust and the defects erode trust." If there is a focus on quality while also actively working to eliminate waste, customer satisfaction will be maintained and cost reduction will naturally follow. Knowledge sharing. Do all the people in your team understand what is important for the profitability of your business? Have all the people on your team been adequately trained and resourced to do the required tasks? Visual management boards and documented procedures ensure that everyone is on the same page, and it also allows all team members the opportunity to have input into improving the way they work. Thank you.